Okay, here we go. Chapter 27, The Pathways of Desire, Darchei Haratzon, the Sefer of the Yanuka. Let's go. Haratzon hu kehadavar hameshubach b'yoser she'efshar lahavi lifnei hamelech. Your desire, what you want, is the most praiseworthy, finest things in all the reality in all the world that it's possible to bring before the Creator. What's the most precious, praiseworthy, best thing you could bring before God is your desire. And when it comes to desire, as we say in America, there's levels to the game. There's levels upon levels of what your desire, like the quality of desire. It's like, what type of car you want to get? I don't know, just get a car. They're all the same. Whoa, cars are not the same. There's levels to the game with cars. There's levels to the game with everything. There's levels to the game with desire. And all the more that your desire is pure and refined, as we say, uncut in American slang, in the mafia movies, etc. It's uncut desire. It's pure, the purest desire in the world. The more it's refined and pure, the more elevated, lofty, and important it is. The more valuable it is for the Creator. The more pure and refined your desire is, the more precious it is to God. And the same thing is with the dedications that were made to the temple of God, to God's sanctuary. The same thing is with how they clarified the donations. Whatever was given to the temple with more pure and refined desire, it was made with this person, the amount of holiness and the closeness that he or she got to the light of the Shekhinah was based on how pure and meaningful their dedication was to the temple. There was a ratio, there was a balance here. It says in Shmos, in the Torah, in the 5 books, Kol ish asher yidvenu libo. Every man, or human, really, that gives that donates according to their heart. That's what it says. When you give to the temple, give according to your heart. Uperish Rashi, and Rashi says, what does it mean according to your heart? Ratzon Tov. It should come with a good desire. Don't just give something because you want to fit in, or give something because you're looking for atonement. Give something because it's precious to God. God seeks out your desire, and if it's a rich person, maybe it's a big bull. But if it's a poor person, maybe it's just a little dove. But God's not going to be like, oh, the bull guy is bigger favor for me than the dove giver. No, the dove giver, the bull guy had like 1 billion bulls. He didn't lose anything. But the poor guy who gave that dove, bro, that was a dinner for him and his family. And he just gave it. Like, God's like, wow, your desire is being judged not on what you give, but on what's in your heart. This is why the Torah says you can give gold, silver, and copper. Shekol elu he madregos haratzon. And all 3 of those are really describing 3 different levels of desire. There's the guy who gives, in his eyes, what is gold, and a guy who can give silver, and a guy who can give copper. Everyone to their own, and it doesn't really matter which one you gave. It matters what it means to you, what your desire is. Hanechshavos lamala kimine zahav umargolios she melakta HaKadosh Baruch Hu milvavos Yisrael. And they're considered like this lofty thing, like all types of gold and precious gems and stones that God collects from the hearts of Israel. And simply from the desire of what was behind your giving, that is what causes and creates God's divine presence to dwell in this world. It didn't have as much to do with what you gave as opposed to what was in your heart at the time of giving. If you had a pure desire, at the time of giving, that activates God to dwell in this world. We could also be worthy for this nowadays. This is not just for when the temple stood. This is still relevant today. Because depending on the level and the status, the elevated status of your desire of a human for the house of God, and that the Shekhinah, the divine presence, should rest in the world, if you have this desire, if this is the desire you have for God to have a house and for His presence to rest in the world, guess what? So too will your elevated portion and status be with the house of God and with the dwelling presence of God. You wanted it, you're there. That's it, guys. This is the end of this chapter. Girls also. Very simple. Let's just want God to have a house and not be homeless. Let's want God's presence. He will bring us and include us in that reality. I love you all so much. We got this. Stay strong. Over and out.